Alright guys, in this episode what we're going to do is we're going to basically strip as much as we physically can out of the E46. It is a full road car at the moment and it's the CI model, which means it's got some additional funky stuff like a really good stereo on it and stuff like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to strip this car as if we're building a pro car, because basically stripping the car is free, except we've got to get rid of the stuff. So we've squeezed it in the workshop because our commercial bins are getting emptied today. Let's get it stripped. Here's the scales. So I'm not going to tell you what the curb weight is on this according to the internet. We're going to show you what the weight is on the car, the corner weight on the car. Here's the scales. Let's set the scales up, press some buttons and ting, run some wires, find out what it weighs. Right. Alright Charles, what do you think it's going to weigh this?
I don't know, 1580?
Yeah. Of course I am. I'm a man of your build and your height, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's a CI, so that adds on another 500 kilos. Yeah. Anyway, let's turn these scales on. So what we've done, we've basically set the scales up and we're going to do a calibration because it's currently...
You zeroed it out,
yeah? Yeah, it's zeroed out because there's nothing on. There's nothing on the scales. Anyway, let's check what the weight is. Boom. 000. It's a 25% corner weight, and the little indicator shows that we're right smack in the middle, and that's the weight. So we're going to jack it up, slide these things underneath.
There's something fun, we've always got the right tool for the job.
Right.
But if it's
Plug that under.
boring.
Yep.
Alright.
Well, we're up to 683 so far.
13.
For one half of the car.
1410, I reckon. What do you reckon? Have you said your guess yet or not?
I reckon 1392, 1392.
Do you want to be within 20 kilos of me? That's what we say. I said 1410.
What? 1410.
That's cheeky, that.
Alright, okay, I reckon
you should be like 1350.
1350 then, alright. Almost there, almost there. That size then.
Ready?
Yeah. Stood on it. Right. So
what's the weight?
Alright, so there's the car.
Oh, so I was right. Happy days.
Yeah, 1419.
Yeah, as long as I was right.
Yeah, so Charles he's right about one thing in his life. Certainly not about the type of MX-5 to buy, but see what we can remove out of this thing. Let's get stripping.
So we're going to see how good that sound quality is now. With your fancy mic.
Well, unfortunately it's pointed in the wrong direction. So send a drac under a car and you don't really care. Look at all that shit dangling down. Alright, so got it up in the air. First time we've seen this car underneath. Bad oil leak here. Charles reckons it's from. Where do you think it's from? The oil filter. What is it? What? Where's this oil leak from?
The oil filter housing. Oil
Filter housing. So this is all this. So we're gonna have to do that. Apparently the parts are quite cheap. So I'm not going to explain too much about the coilovers and the lock mods and the suspension stuff like that. We'll save that for a different video. What we're going to do, basically, I'm going to cut this thing off because it's fucking dangling down. And I'm just going to go on with stripping the car, take the seats, everything, and then get it weighed. Jesus Christ. So, tools that are really useful. This kind of hooky tool. Some wire cutters. And this is known as a trim tool. Take your finger. This is the BMW CD changer.
2 hours.
What I would recommend if you're removing the factory seats is to keep the factory bolts for the seats. If you're putting in aftermarket seats, super handy. They're just a particular length, they fit. They've got that nose on the taper on the nose, and they're a 16. Keep the nuts and bolts from the factory seats. Just makes life easier when you're putting bucket seats in or something else. Jesus. You get to put up the Jesus in, Collie. So, just a quick one. Oh God, look at that. How long's that been there? Don't know if you like spiders or not, guys. Oh shit! He's there. In fact, I'll let him go. Where is he? I think he's gone. He's definitely gone. Right, the reason I'm getting rid of these is because, you know, you might get a roll cage. This car might be getting a roll cage. This car's getting a roll cage. So, we're not doing it now. It's a £1,000 bill, but we're going to get rid of these because it's less weight in the car, less weight at the top of the car, where it's affecting the body roll more than anywhere else. And it's easy to remove. Doesn't cost anything to remove. And we can put a cool branded sun strip on there, which, again, doesn't cost very much. In the world.
2.
The actual reclining mechanism doesn't work anymore, but at least it tilts forward, so. Jesus, this is a fucking heavy ass for this. So on the 46, there's a curtain airbag which runs up here, all the way down here, and to remove it, there's this plastic trim. Obviously, I'm not particularly fussed, so I'm ripping it off, but it's a bit of a pain to move, and it's a pain to remove in good order as well, because obviously it sits in the sun there because it's so up close to the windscreen, and the plastic was very brittle. But otherwise, a couple of torques there. Now I'll take off and. I'll expose the whole curtain sun strip. Sorry, the curtain sun strip, the curtain airbag. airbag sensor. That's got to go. This is the passenger side wiper. Obviously, it's the seatbelt. This is one big pile of shit. Okay, so a little bit of a summary of where we're up to. This is stripped out to here. We've not touched the passenger door yet, and we've not touched the driver's door yet. We've left a little bit of carpet in because I couldn't get the accelerator pedal out because it actually broke in my hand, so I need to continue on with that. This is where we're up to inside. Entire seat rail, seat belts, buckles, airbag curtains, curtain airbags, seat belts, the entire thing at the back. This was a nightmare to remove because it had the kind of the blind that comes up, and it had the blind that comes up alternately on the switch, the sun blind. It had these things built in. It's a fucking nightmare to remove. So this is where we're up to. All the seat belts at the back. So the question is, how much have we removed? So it's time to find out. The next thing we're going to do to this car really is start fitting some stuff, fit the hydro, fit the bucket seat, fit the coilovers. So that'll be the next thing to do. But let's get it on the scales and see what we've removed. The other reason we've had to stop is the bin's full. Okay, the time's come. We just set the scales up. So I'll drop it down. What's the other side like? I think before it was 1419. I have to get Collie to put something on the screen that actually does the way it was, even though it was like 3 hours ago. What? Alright, you ready?
Taking the back here.
Yeah. That is 1197.96. Hold on, just definitely clear that, innit? Definitely clear. 1217. I have to look at the footage. That's like exactly 200 kilos.
Yeah. Told you.
Simon reckoned it was 200 kilos. With a bit more weight to come out of this car yet. As you can see, the doors are full fat. Dashboard is full fat, but everything else is pretty stripped. So there we go. 200 kilos off, which is basically 3 horsepower if you look at it like that, or it's, you know, an extra bunch of laps out of your tyres. Everything on the car's better with weight reduction. So 200 kilos out of the car with just stripping crap. It's crazy, that, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a lot of weight. I think the seats, these seats are just unreal. The rear bench wasn't too bad, but then these are fully electric, everything. Yeah. What, sorry? What, 200 kilos? Yeah, it's like taking 2 motorbikes out of the car. So next thing, if you're interested in seeing where this goes, we're going to have another episode within a week. It's going to be coilovers, lock kit, diff, because the car's on the ramp. This is what we're going to do. Diff, coilovers, lock kit, some of the stuff underneath, hydro. We're going to basically get it all done. And there's obviously going to be a slight changes to the weight because we're going to put the seat in at the hand and stuff like that. And then we're going to drop it down. A couple of little bits to come out the dashboard we can remove, but then the weight's going to go up a bit, it's going to go down a bit, but then we're going to reweigh it again, and then you guys will know what this is going as. The next thing, it's T-side. This car is booked on to a track day. Thanks for watching. Get subbed. Let us know what you think.